I am Ashton Gilbert. I will be the social worker. This is Miss Jasmine Daniels. She is my client. She is in her early 60s and she has a problem with quitting smoking. I will be demonstrating asking permission. So, before we tackle the issue of your smoking habit, do you mind if we actually talk about your struggle and exactly how you've been trying to kick smoking?
Oh, I don't mind, sweetie. I don't.
What makes you feel like you need to change? And you're here for a reason. Do you really feel like your smoking habit is an issue, or?
I mean, to others around me, that's why I feel like I probably need to change. Because smoking, it helps me. Like I said, I'm from the early 1900s, and during that time, there was a lot of stuff just going on. A lot of stressors, and cigarettes. They was the young hot new thing like that just help you, And ever since then, like that's been my way to help myself. But to the people that's around me, yeah, it could be a problem for them.
I will now be demonstrating exploring importance and confidence. So, Ms. Jasmine, you said that you do smoke often. What would it take for you to stop smoking from today into next week? I know that's a lot, but do you feel like that's doable?
I mean, I feel like it could be doable. It could be, if, you can take care of my kids and my grandkids and my husband, that right there, I think I could stop smoking for a little bit.
Okay. And do you feel like would it just be for a little bit, or do you feel like you could eventually stop your habit?
I mean, it depends on how long you're gonna take my kids and my grandkids. I'll try my best.
I will now be demonstrating an open-ended question. So, Ms. Jasmine, I know it's been a week and a half since our last session. Could you actually tell me what has happened in your life since we have last met up?
Well, wait, oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Like, well, um, it was a week. It was a week for me. I had some complications, with paying my rent, and I just I went and I chain smoked a lot last week. I'm not gonna lie to you. So if that's what you want to know.
Yeah, and you chain smoked because of the stress that was going on in your life?
Yeah, paying the rent can be very stressful. My husband, he's retired. He don't get that much, and I still have to take care of my grands too.
Right. I will now be demonstrating reflective listening. So, Ms. Jasmine, it's been said that you've recently been chain smoking and that's been in relation to stress. You've also said that your husband's retired. I'm assuming you're working still, or okay, so basically you're holding the family down, and it's been a little overwhelming lately. So you rely on cigarettes to ease all that what's been going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I will now be demonstrating the skill of normalizing. So, as stated before, that you're basically head of household, we're holding things down. And I know that you said you cannot kick your habit of smoking. Honestly, no judge zone here, but usually people would be more adamant to stop their habit of smoking, especially since dealing with the health effects and lung cancer. I'm just throwing some things out there. How come you haven't come to this realization that it's harmful to your body?
Well, it hasn't stopped me for the past 50 years of my life. I feel like if it's my time to go, then God will call me. But until then, I'm gonna keep on doing what I do, unless otherwise.
I will now be demonstrating decisional balance. So, I know that you said you do like to smoke. What are some good things about smoking that you feel as though that keeps you going with your habit?
It just takes the load off, like the stress load off me. Like, whenever I'm smoking me a good cigarette, I just feel like, I'm not stressed at that point in time. Like I don't have to deal with any stress.
Okay, so it relieves your stress. And could you come up with some bad things about smoking?
Well, they say that it causes lung cancer and all of that, but the only bad thing that's in my life right now is the scent, the cigarette smell.
Mhm.
Other than that, I feel like that's the only bad thing.
Okay, understandable. I will be demonstrating the Colombo approach. So, on one hand, you say that smoking causes you no harm, but we've been doing group sessions with your family, and your grandkids have reported that you seem to move a little slower when you do smoke. Could you please tell me how smoking has no relation to your physical health?
I mean, yeah, they probably might be right. I probably do move slower. But at the same time, I feel like during that time of me smoking my cigarettes, my stress, don't everybody move slower whenever they're not stressed? Like, so that's how I don't feel like it's in any relation to my health problems. Like, I don't have any health problems. I would know.
You don't think so?
No, other than other than they say that I move slow, but other than scent, I don't feel like I have any health problems.
Okay, it's interesting. Thank you. I will now be demonstrating the readiness to change ruler. So, on a rate from 1 to 10, being 1 the least desired and 10 being the most desired, how would you rate your desire on wanting to actually stop smoking?
I would say a 7. Because yeah, I know it's bad for my health, and I want to be, around for my kids and grandkids, a little bit more. But at the same time, it takes the load off and the stress off. So I think I'll give it a 7.
I will be demonstrating affirmations. So, Miss Daniels, it's been about 3 weeks that we've been on this process of figuring out exactly what can we do to stop your smoking habit. I just want to start off by saying that I really do admire your process of wanting to change. You're doing a really good job. This is a hard habit to kick, so I feel as though that your determination and being open-minded every time we meet up, that really shows the type of person you are, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I would be demonstrating advice and feedback. So, tell me a little bit of what you know about not only how smoking affects yourself, but how it affects others.
You know, yeah, I feel like it can be, a little bit of, pros and cons that come with that. Like for me, yeah, it might in the future affect my health. It might, and it also might affect the people that's around me, like my grandbabies. It might affect their health as well. So I feel like that, you know, that's
Yeah, and there is such thing as secondhand smoking. So just being
yeah.
aware, those grandchildren, making sure
Mhm.
that, it may affect you, but also the people around you. So just keeping that in mind.
Right.
I will be demonstrating summaries. So it sounds like you are concerned about your smoking habit. You see that how it does not only affect yourself but others. You also see that it's affecting your grandchildren. They think that you're moving a little slower, and also, you are not retired. You're working, so I know that it takes a lot on your body. So we say that it's an issue. That is something that we do need to fix, and that just understanding. I just want to give a summary of what's been going on, so that you can see that I'm listening and that I can give feedback on what exactly is going on. I will now be demonstrating therapeutic paradox. So, with everything that you've been telling me, that your husband retired, so you most definitely hold down the family front. It seems like you have a lot on your plate right now. Do you really think that you have the time to stop smoking? I mean, it doesn't really seem like you do, to be honest.
Yeah. See, that's my problem right now. Do I and could I stop smoking because of my workload and like I don't know. I don't know but I still want to give it a try just for the generations after me. Um but yeah, I don't know.